Well, ladies and gentlemen, it has been quite the day. Um, I have made about 4 videos so far uh, with Park Fernando here, and every single one of them, something weird happens, or I don't have quite the right setup for the game capture screen. It's just a lot of drama that happens. So we're going to try this one more time. If you hear me awfully whimpering in the background, that's just what's up. All right. So to select, this is where we were. This is Germany. We were there for 3 episodes. Got a roe deer, got some red fox, got a bison at the very end. Um, I think we might even got some fallow deer, the two brothers, and then saw a red deer. Beautiful. I still haven't brought one of those down. Did not do wild boar. So those two are definitely on our to-do list. But what we're going to do now is go here to Park Fernando. This is a really interesting park. I absolutely love it. It's got the black bucks, the axis deer, mule deer. So there's a lot of deer hunting here. Ooh, red deer is here as well. Ooh, I did not know that. That's so cool. Um, but there's also the puma, which is an apex predator, which is something that we did not have in Germany. And we also have the water buffalo, which not really an apex predator, but definitely fun to hunt. You'll see how it's a little different than the bison. So I have already come to this area and hunt it very well. We got 3 level 7, very hard, uh, gold level water buffalo right here. One of them we had shot and killed a water buffalo out here. We were coming down to retrieve it, and it attacked us. So we had to shoot and kill it. Uh, it was amazing. But the video, unfortunately, wasn't framed correctly, so we lost that. I'm just going to take a quick inventory here. 9 rounds. That should be more than enough. We'll do a little bit of scent masking here so that they can't smell us coming. And instead of going south this time, we're going to go north. And hopefully this isn't going to interfere with us too terribly much. But I want to show you the this is Park Fernando. Absolutely beautiful. Love the storyline here. Voice acting is great. It's one of the best parks, in my humble opinion. Germany, I think, is great for new people coming to this game, but this park definitely gives you a completely different feel from Germany, and it's just, you're going to see here in a second. So, much like Germany, they had the fields where it was super easy to walk up, see animals, get used to calling them in. Um, you get to learn to pick out which one you really want to go for. You know, if you're going for a doe, you're going for a buck, you're going for something with good antlers or a different fur type. The fields let you do that. The same thing happens here in Park Fernando, but it's not the fields. It's going to be what I'm going to refer to as the lowlands. You might even get away with calling it the swamp or marshland, however you want to say it. This area on the eastern side of the map, the north and the eastern side, any of the coastal area, super fun to hunt. Um, I believe this is where you'll find the ducks too. There are ducks here at this park. But the best part about it is it's so similar to Germany in the fields is if you can just get down here to the lowlands, there's not that much underbrush. Like here, we have a lot of underbrush in front of us. Hard for us to see far away, hard for us to get a good beat on an animal that we like. But if we just take our time, get down to the lowlands here, pull out our binoculars, we can see for a very long way. We can really pick who we want to go after. We can stalk the animal that we're looking for. Like I said, if we're going for a fur type, if we're going for rack
Not
size.
all tracks lead to animals, so I always apply the sniff test.
Yeah, I like this
If
girl.
the droppings are fresh, your game is close by. But if you find all the droppings, that animal is long gone, and you should look for the more recent trail.
Yeah, really do like the voice actor they got, and I really do like the storyline they have here. So we're going to pull out the binos, and we're just going to look right through here. And as you can see, um, you can see the area that I'm talking about. Just beyond this little pasture on the other side of the brush, there's going to be a ton of just flat open area that you can get out there and just, you can really, you can hunt, but it's not the type of hunting that we did in Germany where, like, okay, we saw a roe deer, we saw a fallow deer. Let's go ahead and break out the calls and see if we can lure them in. I mean, one time we had to go after the brothers, right? We had to go chase them down, but that's something that normally doesn't happen. Normally, you can set up, if you want to, you can buy the tree stand and you can call those animals into your area. But here, it's going to be a little different. We're actually going to come down and we're going to see the animal from far, far away. And we're going to be able to say, that's the one that we want. That's the one that we're going to go after. And then we can move to a good shot placement on that particular animal. But enough of that. Uh, Sometimes I'll say the same thing 3 or 4 times. I think I'm saying it differently, but I'm really not. It's just a bad habit of mine. In my particular profession, that's something that I do every day. Reiterate, reiterate, reiterate. But I'll stop doing that here. Okay, look how pretty. Just look how pretty this game can be. It's just amazing. And literally, we're standing at the edge of just little swamp or this lowlands. So it shouldn't be as pretty as this. Just close your eyes, listen to the sounds. The only thing we're missing is the wind in our face. That's it. So pretty. So pretty. All right. I actually just heard a mosquito in my ear. So, yeah, it's pretty, but it's nice that we're not down there in the thick of it. You know what? I would still like to be down here. I got a wonderful opportunity to go to Mexico last year, or the beginning of this year. I think beginning of this year. Can't quite remember, and it was fantastic. Uh, we went to. Oh, look, I'm going to miss the name of it here. Can't remember the little state we went to, but it was absolutely amazing. Absolutely, it just this reminds me so much of it. These like low rolling hills. It's almost like the Appalachian Mountains and the Rocky Mountains together. They have the height and the mass of the Rocky Mountains, but they don't have the sheer peaks and the sheer cliffs. So to me, it's kind of like being back home. Really pretty. Okay, so we got down in here. I'm just going to move to this water's edge so that I can look to the left and right, up and down the water. That's just kind of how I do things. You can do it however you want. I just like kind of getting out here and having a look-see. All right. Just look over there. Now that's west. I don't see anything west. Of course, this is getting kind of later in the day. We might have had more luck coming down here early in the morning. What time is it? 9:27. Oh, it is early in the morning. Okay. Well, I mean, not early. We're kind of moving into midday. Don't see anything down there. Was that a structure there? It kind of looks like a structure, doesn't it? No, it's not. It just looks like it. All right, well, I'm going to keep moving west. I'm just going to keep this on my right-hand side, move west, and eventually it's going to turn up north a little bit. But I got a good feeling that we're going to find something here for us. And in the future, if this channel really takes off, it's not even if this channel takes off. It's just when I get more and more comfortable speaking and I get the audio worked out where the audio sounds nice, I really get into the habit of when I'm going to play these games and how I'm going to post, then I'll learn how to do the transitions. Like that'll be something I really sit down and put time into and edit so that you don't have to walk with me all the time. I know that turns you off to the videos. Trust me. Speaking of the channel, man, do I feel embarrassed. So apparently today I was like, you know what? I was hosting these videos on my private account that had my name on it. And I was like, that's probably not the best way to do business. I'm going to get one of these super fans in here that's going to come by my house one day, and it's just going to be weird. So I decided to make a new channel, and they got an option where you can transfer. You can just move and migrate your channel into a new. You lose the views and such, but it just transfers everything over. So I did that, and it deleted the old channel, and or it didn't delete it, but it was just like, that old channel doesn't have your videos anymore. And I was like, cool. And then I turned around and did the exact same thing again. So I went from the old channel to the new channel, which is called Parallax, and then I went right back from Parallax to the old channel and lost all the videos. So now I'm sitting here trying to upload 17 videos, and knowing my luck, or knowing, with my luck, I got 4 of them in, and all of a sudden it came up and it was like, hey, just be aware you can't go over 15 minutes unless you have a verified account. So like 4 of the videos were uploaded, but they didn't process. So I'm hoping now that I'm verified, they're going to, those 4 videos are still considered uploaded. They can just start being processed. But I've not really seen a way to do that. But there is a function that says delete video. So I'm really kind of hoping that if the video has a delete on it, it means that it can be deleted, which means that it is uploaded. But time will tell. Time will tell. But that's getting worked out. They're getting uploaded as we speak. I'm getting them all labeled again. I'm going to get the schedule back underway where I do a video a day, 12, 15. Some days I'm going to try to do 2 of the hunting videos back to back, right? So if you watch this video, you're like, man, that's great. I like that park. I want to see some more. All you got to do is wait a day. And then you'll have 2 videos, probably about 45 minutes long each, hour and a half, a motion picture movie of a park. And then I'm going to take a little break and I'll do like Space Engineers or Galactic Empyrean, Galactic Survival, CK3. I might do Bannerlords 2. I have a lot of games right now that Squad. Might do Squad. I have a lot of games right now that I really enjoy playing. I don't get to play them too terribly much, but I do. I got it worked out to where I get a slice or two, an hour or two a day that I can commit to just sitting down and playing these. And thankfully, now that this is a channel and I'm uploading them, a little bit more credibility to me sitting here playing because, I'm building something up. Well, here I am, a big old liar, because I told you that it was super great to come up here to these areas. You could see for miles. You could pick what you wanted. It was like a buffet, and we haven't seen anything. That other video was great, man. I just hate that I did not have it set up correctly. And I thought about too. I was like, I'm just going to publish it. I'm just going to do it. Hee hee ha ha. I'm going to do it. But it was so bad. You only got, I wouldn't say the top 4th, right? If you were to cut the screen into a 4th, I wouldn't say only that, but that was the majority of the picture, was just that 4th. Here we're out here in the rain. And the wind. So cool. I don't know what it is about where it is that I live now, but when I was a kid, it was cold during October. I mean, it was freezing cold. I remember playing football out there, and you'd win a game or lose a game, and you'd have to play on Halloween night. Everybody was afraid of that. Everybody was afraid of playing on Halloween night. Didn't want to do that. So, you had to win the right game or lose the right game. But I always remember the Halloween night was freezing. Not wanting to get hit, because as soon as you got hit, your muscle was already stiff and cold. So not only would it bruise pretty easy, but it'd give you a little itch in your giddy up. But nowadays, man, not cold at all. I just today went out to the mailbox and I had to use a shovel to scoop up what was left of the pumpkin that we had out there, because that thing, and we had it out there for a week, and that thing had already rotted down to just nothing. I've never seen anything like it. Not in October. Not the end of October. Oh, was that background noise there, or was that somebody? I wonder if these water buffalo that I like hunting, I wonder if they're an early morning part of this area. At midday, they push in to the mountain areas, and they only come back out here to sleep. I can't imagine what would hunt a water buffalo besides me. The puma, maybe. I feel like the puma would just go for a deer. I don't know why they'd want to come all the way out here to sleep next to the water. I mean, yeah, I know they're called water buffalo, but you see what I'm saying? Okay. Well, we're still podunking along here. We'll get something here soon. You'd think alligators would be an easy add to a map like this. But then they'd have to, getting into the water and such. I bet that's a pain. Having to program that. Always step on top, right? If you're ever out walking, you always step on top of the log and you kick your foot out. You should look, but if you're, not gonna look or whatever, kick your leg out super far, because if a snake is right there in that area, if you get yourself a snake right there in that area and you come over and you don't step on top and you just put your foot right there in front of him, you get bit right in the back of the ankle, right? So always put your foot on top of the log. They can look down, see anything, and then just mosey on about your business. That snake will know you are coming. Okay? Its belly is on the ground. You're not gonna. He knows you're there. They have those games where you rebuild a tank. You go out into the field and wave a metal detector around and you find the tank and you dig it up, put it on the chassis, you bring it back, you sand it, paint it, restore it, you put it in a museum, get money for it. This game could do something like that, where you shoot something and then when you harvest it, it goes into a freezer and then it shows you how to clean it. With a deer, the best way I've seen how to do it is you just take yourself and you don't need a long, big knife. In fact, I would argue that a smaller, sharper knife is good for the initial cut. What you want to do is just find its chest bone. You want to move down that center chest bone until you find where it gives, where the cavity starts. You just want to go ahead and cut about 3 or 4 inches prior to that little giving area. And you want to cut back the skin, and you want to get past the skin, and then you want to, when you get to that cavity, when you get to that area that gives a little bit and it opens up, that cavity there, you don't want to puncture any of the stuff there. You don't want to nick the heart. You don't want to cut the lung. And the reason is it's going to get messy, and you don't want it to get messy. You might think it's fun, or you might think it looks cool, but I guarantee you the smells, it don't come off easy. So you really don't want to have that on your persons. Anyway, you just find that cavity, cut that open all the way down to its stern. Stern? That's a bow is not. Bow is back? I can't remember. It's supposed to be bow is back? I don't know. You cut it all the way down to its business end. And then, if you're good enough, you can just reach in there and cut the diaphragm away. and then the esophagus, which runs along the spine. Cut that away, and then you cut whatever connects intestines to the rectum. Cut that away, and then the whole thing should fall out if you've done it correctly, and you don't have to worry about nothing. I mean, you're gonna have to get the skin off it to get to the meat and all that jazz. And I'm not saying that's easy, but I think it'd be neat if they had that in this game where you could dress them, and then they could show you where the rump roast come from, where the filet mignon comes from, right? Because that's one of the least used muscles on the cow, at least. It goes up in there, and it's in between the rib and the heart. Heart, rib. It's on the spine, right? So not where the heart is, but well, you'd have to see a picture of it, I guess. But that muscle doesn't get used an awful lot, so it's pretty, almost like butter. I've heard when it comes out. Well, I haven't seen hide nor hair of anything, and I haven't been. I mean, I've not heard a mating call. I've not heard a warning call. How long have we been at this? We've been at this for 21 minutes, and we're still on the back foot here. I don't know about this. Mm, I tell you, that other video so good. Well, if it's not working, try something else, right? That's the nice thing about this game is that as much as they want you to enjoy yourself by playing a realistic hunting game, they don't quite make it too detrimental just to pull up shop and go somewhere else. You can just get. We're going to find something down here, though, I guarantee it. And again, you hit that G button, your guy just starts walking for you. Go ahead and apply this after that rainstorm. We'll stand up here, get a little binos to look. I suppose it's the rain that makes all that look so shiny. I can't really tell you. I don't want to do those. I want to do the. I don't have a call for the water buffaloes, so looks like it might be. Looks like it might be deer. This does bring up an interesting point, though. There were some people reading through the DLCs of the other reserves, the one in Spain particularly. There were people saying something to the effect of, nothing to hunt, couldn't find anything, horrible map. And there have been times I have loaded in and I've had this kind of feeling that there's just nothing around. And maybe I should have done it back then, but I've slept. I just go and I go into that little cabin over there and I sleep just for the entire day. And I don't know what the algorithms are for populating the animals, but if you give it a day, if you go and just reset the day, and that usually helps. I've also seen you need to wait. When you download it for the first time, you turn it on for the first time, you need to wait because there's not a lot that comes up immediately. The only time that I saw anything populate immediately was the Yukon map or the Pacific Northwest map. Right when I loaded that one, there was like white-tailed deer right in front of me. I mean, literally, I was sitting there and like the screen did this little turn and rotate, and it did that, like pointing you at the first thing, and there's like a white-tailed deer standing there staring at me, like, "Hey, how you doing?" And that's the only time I remember like seeing something right off the bat. He's going that way. He's take a run through here. It says old, but this is going down there toward the water where I like to hunt. And if I can find one that just says fresh, that's old as well. If I can just find one that says fresh, that'd be fantastic. But I like seeing all this here. And perfect. Mule deer. Hold on, what was that? That was a warning call. Okay, so there you go, right there in front of me, right? So all you got to do is just, and that's what I was saying is make sure you get into the other side of this brush so that you can see them coming from far away because the water buffalo, they will most definitely, they'll come after you, right? So just sit here for a second. Just sit there for a second. Make sure that we don't get him too mad at us. You know, he did a warning call to us, and I'm sure that the herd is moving away from us. Might not be. It might be like a Elmer Fudd cartoon. We might stick our head on the other side of this bit of brush, and we're nose to nose with him. Speaking of, yeah, we're back to the 7 mag, by the way. I know that I tried the shotgun and the bow, and I brought them with me. I have them. But Lord of mercy, after that bison incident where I just could not bring that thing down, I just don't know what to think, you know. We leveled up, by the way, when I was recording those other. That's something we have not looked at. Is we've not looked at the skill and the perk system of this particular game. Uh, it's something I want to do in the very near future. But I was kind of waiting until we got a level on us. We got it, but I filmed it. Just didn't. It was just in that weird video where the framing was off. So when I do the trophy lodge, because that's got to get done, I might go ahead and talk about the skills and perks when I do that video. All right. Now this is pretty much from whence we got the warning call, and we're close to being in a nice open area, and we should be able to see right up here. So thank you for staying with me, bearing with me in this video, but I think we're just about going to get something here that we want to see. All right, we'll get up here to this tree and we'll stand up. Okay. Oh, right friggin' there. Okay. Okay. I see him, and I see one right there to my right, too, or my left. We'll spot him. He's 124, medium. He's spooked. What about the others? That's hard. We're going to go for the hard one right there. We got a great view shot on him. That should have dropped him. He shouldn't have a lot of fight left in him. I don't know if that was the same one or not. Let's look at what we got here. Vital organ, just now. You can shoot them twice. before uh, they consider you a bad shot. But that was great, man. That was great. That's exactly what we want to see. We don't like spending a lot of time running around. Oh, was that two? Because I see one old boy's laying down right there. We might have just got us two. And that's what happened last time. That I shot at two, came over here to retrieve one, and another one run up on me. So I had to take him out, you know? Yes, 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 yes. I bet I got him in the lung. I don't think that was a heart. If it was a heart shot, he'd have dropped, but I definitely got him in the lung. Look at that big. That is so much meat. That is so much meat. You have these things on your property like this lady here does, and she runs. It is a hunting lodge. She wants to bring in hunters, but she also wants to bring in shooters as part of the storyline. I don't really hear anything about conservation or taking pictures of the animal. Like she's really here to make, you know, she's she's a gun runner. Uh, but just imagine if you had these things on your property and you had hunters and they wanted to come out there and hunt, but they were coming from the United States or from different parts of Brazil or Chile or Mexico, you know, wherever, even Europe, and they were coming over. When they killed this thing, they're not taking this meat home. They're not. It's but you don't even raise them either. You know, they're just on your property. They breed at will. It's just that's a great business model. You charge people to come hunt, people kill it, you get the meat, you get to serve that meat to your other guests who might not be hunters or even the hunters, you know. I doubt I wouldn't, if I shot it, I wouldn't pay for it to be served to me, you know. It's my meat. Uh, but anyway, it's just a great business model. Let's go ahead and check this fella out here. Male, almost 1,000 kilograms, almost 1,000. Tracking distance from when we shot him to when we got him, it was 118 meters. Fur type is common. Difficulty is 6. I'm not quite sure what that means. Like spotting him, finding him, shooting him. I don't know. His trophy type will be horns. Trophy organ is his skull, and we use the proper ammo. 2 shots or less. Intact trophy. We just shot him the once, so that was a different buffalo that we hit. Organs are intact. The trophy ones are intact, rather. 1 hit to a vital organ or more. $1,300. 133 rating. The diamond is 167, so that's what we're looking for. This Joker just barely made gold, but that's fine. Really pretty. 1 shot, 1 kill. Just missed that heart by a hair. Look at that. Just missed the top there. What do you call that? The aorta that comes out into the brachiocephalic artery, right? Pulmonary goes off to the left. That way, aorta goes up, and yeah, that's right. Aorta goes up, and the aorta branches off into your uh, brachiocephalic, and then that would be your pulmonary. We just missed it by a hair. I put it too far back. I got to remember, you look at that little gizzard that hangs down on them. Just above that gizzard, you go right up. Go right up. That's where it's tucked away at. Okay, looks beautiful. I'm going to accept it, and then I'm going to watch over here. Let's see what I got on this other guy. Just imagine that. That guy over there got shot, and he comes running over here to you, and you're like, "Oh, don't bring him over here to me!" Boom! Like, oh God, what are you doing, Frank? Run away from the others. Anyway. Low bleed rate. That's weird, because back there it said it was a vital. Well, I guess internal bleeding. It was a day I got down in here, and I got a big old. That's the mythical one, mythical water buffalo, and it was at night when I first saw him, and that was so scary because I was running through all this crap trying to find him. I hadn't shot him yet. I was just walking through here, and I had the light on, and I just, much like we did with that other one, right? We came out, we saw him, we spooked him, he ran. I was chasing him. I broke through one of these bushes, and there he stood, like that bison. And I was like, oh no. Oh no. Not this. Okay, well, I am so sorry, my friend, but you have a different fur type than the other one. You have this brown on your belly and black on top. Your horns are small, but I think you're a very pretty take. And you just imagine that one over there, by the way, was a heifer. This one a lot smaller. You definitely can tell the size. Um, let's do it. 750 kilograms, and that one over there was about 1,000. I'd say you're 750 to 800. Let's look. Well, 879, 880. So fur type is orange. Female. Oh, I guess females and males both have horns. That's interesting. And she's just easy too. Silver. I like that color though. We haven't spent any of our money. We're going to go ahead and tax it. There we do it. And we'll accept. The liver. Oh, I didn't get the. Yeah, I thought this was one I'd already hit, so I was just putting more shots on. But we did great. We did great. All right, and there's that video done. So cool that we finally found something, and that we got to look at this nice lowlands swamp area, and then we got to engage the water buffalo. Next video, we're definitely, let's just check the map. Next video, I would like to get over here to this orange area, right? I haven't even been out here, so I'd like to get on a quad, take that quad all the way up here, expose this area, and then just have a look-see around here. I see that this area is nice and flat. I don't know if there's going to be trees there or not, but I want to start probably somewhere over here the next video, and then we'll move out here to this area video after that. I don't really see. There definitely is a change in landscape. That's so neat. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being with me. Happy that this finally got worked out. Goodbye.